Hey, Miss Jordan.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming in.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so to start, would you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yep. So, I grew up in a little town called Lafitte. From there, I went off to college at LSU. Changed my major a couple times. Originally, I was going to go to law school. Didn't really think it was for me. Switched over to marketing. Not necessarily with the intention to do this, I'm not going to lie. But, I kind of fell into marketing, picked up focus in sales, and here I am.
All right, so how would you describe yourself to me?
I'm crazy hardworking. I think it's probably one of my better qualities. Growing up in Lafitte, I worked on trawl boats, worked at marinas all through high school. I was able to save enough money to move out to Baton Rouge, and throughout college, I worked in restaurants for 8 years. Generally got promoted fairly quickly. I've held a couple of management roles, and I did that all throughout college. I was able to pay for my entire college without having to take out any loans or anything, and at the same time, I raised my little brother as well. So
Awesome.
I definitely,
Super impressive.
yeah, I definitely think hard work is one of my better qualities.
Okay. Do you think your friends and maybe your ex-supervisors would agree with that description?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. You can call any of the referrals on my sheet, any of my past supervisors, and I can guarantee you that they would back that up.
Awesome. And how did you find out about this position? What really got you interested?
Well, I ran across it on LSU's website, and originally, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but State Farm does the internship programs.
Mm-hmm.
And I interviewed with 8 different agents at that, and I ended up being the #1 pick for 3 or 4 of them, and I can give you those names after the interview if you'd like them. But I really wanted something that would be a little more fast-paced. I didn't, the internship program, I guarantee you is a great opportunity, but I really wanted to jump right in and actually get to actually selling and doing what I wanted to do, starting off my career. So.
Awesome. Sounds great. So you said you had a degree in marketing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you think that would assist you in this position?
Absolutely, yeah. Everything marketing-wise, and I think that's really why I fell into it, is because everything is group-oriented or working with other people and speaking to other people that you don't necessarily know and whatnot, and that's definitely where my strong suit is. I'm definitely a people person. I'm fairly good at making people comfortable and getting people to trust me, but I feel like that has a lot to do with just me being a really straightforward person and being honest.
And what all do you know about State Farm?
To be completely honest, I don't have my insurance with State Farm. I have it with Allstate. That was purely based off of what my parents had before, but I do know it's a really reputable company. I did do some research on it, and it seems to have a really high satisfaction with both customers and people working within the company itself. So, like I say, I know y'all have individual agents, which was definitely one of my appeals. I didn't want them to work in something like a call center or something like that, and I definitely want to be with a company that was well distinguished. And from what I've read, State Farm is the #1 company in insurance. So
personalized business is really important to you.
Absolutely.
Okay. Have you ever worked in a sales-based position before?
A lot of people don't think about it this way, but in all honesty, working in restaurants, because the majority of what I did was fine dining, it is a sales-based job. For instance, my last job at Texas de Brazil, I worked there for 2.5 years, and you're ranked on your sales, selling those better bottles of wine to people that may not necessarily know that much about wine, or upselling on entrees, things of that sort. That's kind of what determine our sections, which in turn would determine our pay. So, I feel like through that, I've definitely got a lot of experience selling.
Perfect. And what's the biggest challenge you've ever faced, and how did you overcome it?
Biggest challenge I've ever faced? I'd have to say the biggest challenge I ever faced was probably moving up to Baton Rouge from Lafitte. Like I said, I came from a super small town. My entire middle high school was 6th to 12th grade, and we only had 420 students in the entire thing. So I'd say the transition moving from Lafitte to a place like Baton Rouge that's so compact, filled with people, and kind of getting off on my own and doing my own thing. Like I said, my parents are awesome, super supportive, and they would lend me a hand if I ever needed it. But being able to support yourself through college and everything else on your own, I'd definitely say that was one of my bigger accomplishments.
And what motivates you as far as working? Is it money or recognition?
I'd like to say it's a blend of both. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, I come on State Farm, and my intention is definitely to be an agent one day, and I want to grow. You know, I could definitely see myself owning my own company. So, I'd say recognition plays a really big part because I want to be noticed, and I feel like I definitely do work that's commendable. But I mean, money's always on the back end going to be a motivator. But
So do you feel like you'd be here for a while, like to learn the ropes and everything? I mean, or would you just want to jump straight into an agent position?
no, absolutely not. No, I don't want to go into anything unprepared. I definitely know I need to put my time in and learn everything there is. I mean, I'll be completely honest with you. I do have an interest in insurance, but as of right now, my insurance knowledge is pretty minimal. I mean, I don't know that much about it. So I definitely, before I jump into investing, my time and money, I definitely want to make sure I'm 100%.
Okay. So in 5 years, where do you see yourself?
In 5 years, I mean, if everything goes as planned and, I felt like I was at the point that I could open my own agency, I'd really like to see myself, 4 to 5 years, have my own agency. I'm definitely a family guy, which is something that appeals to me about this job is that, I'd have that free time with my schedule and whatnot to make sure I'm not, that dad that misses baseball games or, whatever my kids decide to do. I definitely want to be able to be around.
Definitely, and we're very family oriented around here. And I guess my last question is, do you have any questions for me about the position or the company?
I mean, yeah. So, I mean, what do you normally see as far as someone coming into the company and, from their transition from working for an agent to actually have an agency of their own?
Well, I've only had actually 2 of my people transition to an agency. It typically took about 3 years. The first 6 months is pretty much just training, learning the ropes of State Farm and everything. But me as an agent, I definitely want to push my people to where they want to be. So
Okay.
I'm not going to hold you back.
I got you. And I mean, coming from a background that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with insurance, I mean, is that a
I'm
normal?
completely open to it. Yeah, it's normal. Not a lot of people go into knowing a lot about insurance in general, except for having it on their vehicles. And we're willing to teach you everything, and it wouldn't hold you back much.
Cool. Sounds good.
All right. Well, thanks for coming in, and we'll be in touch.
Thank you, ma'am.